to get creative with this. Let's see. What can we do? What can we do? You guys might just have to look at me a little crookedy. Look at me a little crookedy. That sounds like an Eminem lyric or something. Okay. Is this even gonna work? Please work. Okay, there we go. Whoa, nope, nope, no, no, don't be slipping. Just stay. Stay there. No, you're slipping still. Maybe this way? Are you happier this way? What about that? Huh? How about this? This is not working. Let's see. What can I do? Come on, you're a smart guy, Paul. You're a smart guy, Paul. Do something smart. Ah! Oh, that was not smart. Hello. Did you guys enjoy your fall? How's the move going? Let's just not. Let's just not. I watched Aliens for the first time this week. All I can say is fuck yes. How did you miss out on Aliens until this week? How exactly did that happen? Like, I think as soon as people are old enough to understand it, they should be forced to watch Aliens. Services, you know I didn't mean it, baby. So where are you living now? Oh. You guys are gonna have to wait for the full story. I'm probably not gonna tell it here today because I want, TJ to be able to be involved. But the story is pretty fucking hilarious. Your face looks skinnier. Are you working out or is it stress? I don't know. I'm definitely not working out. I mean, we've been moving, so that's kind of a workout. Paul, I recently got a girlfriend. Any advice on how to make a relationship last? She's from Russia, and we have a lot of communication barriers. No. I mean, I don't know how Russian... Do you know how Russian chicks like to be treated, TJ, in a relationship? You know what you got to do to keep a relationship lively with a Russian chick?
It sounds like it's a perfect setup for some kind of terrible pun.
I know. I was hoping you had one. It's too early for me.
Yeah,
my pun maker is not working.
Sorry. I just need a cigarette.
Yeah.
About 3 more days of sleep, and
Yeah.
then I'll know the answer.
I will tell you that, like, even though it wasn't a very long sleep, the sleep last night was sorely appreciated, dude. It was like, I feel better having done it.
Well, I slept for 8 hours solid, and I still woke up feeling like, man, I need about 10 more hours of sleep, and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's an exterminator coming, and supposedly
Movers
are coming again. But I don't know.
If vodka is the least of my worries, I'll be happy. Okay. Smoking weed causes stress, which is why you are a fat boy. That seems like the inversion of the truth. Is it gay if 2 traps rub their cute girly dicks together? Nah, that's not very gay.
What question there?
Yeah, like if both the dicks are like cute and feminine,
Yeah.
then pretty straight to me. Advice for the dude with the Russian girlfriend: make an effort to try and communicate with her as much as you can. You don't want to leave her out in the cold. Yeah, walk up to her every day and be like, "Na zdrovia, how are you? Would you like some vodka?" Like, make her feel like she's at home, Every once in a while, like, dress up like a home invasion guy and bust into the house. Like, make her feel like she's in Russia. You know what I mean?
Russia.
Be like, Strolev, Strok, Arabi. And then she's like, ay, ay, ay. And then you're like, it's me, honey. It's me. Don't worry. I'm just trying to make you feel like you're at home. Why are there so many hot Russian chicks? That's a good question. It does seem like a lot of, but they have like Russian chicks. The ones that I've seen, they all have this look about them of like, I don't really give a shit about you.
Terminator.
Get a computer that can run CS:GO and have that running 24. They do? Cool. Make your morning alarm the Russian anthem.
Going nowhere. Um,
Come on now.
I know they're up in the attic in here. Yeah, sorry.
Do I still want to go gator hunting? No. No, I never wanted to go gator hunting. Come on. Let's go in here. Let's go in here. Let's go find a spot. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go find a spot, man. An SPOT. I don't know what you heard about me. Let's just sit in here for a minute. Come on. Hey. Dinor, stay with me. Let's go. Salvador, crazy fuck. Just sit in here for a minute. The exterminator is here. Can you... That was right where I was gonna sit, man. I want the armrest. Can you move over one? Thank you. Dinor don't give a shit. Fucking Dinor don't give a shit. Most favorite state and least favorite state to live in. Most favorite state, Washington. Least favorite state, Louisiana. It pretty much breaks down like that. I've never lived in Wyoming, but it would probably be my least. You're right. Seems like a nice day. Okay. I mean, it may seem that way, but it ain't that way. Dinor, shut up, please. Thank you. What do you think of the New York City skyline? It's cool. I like skylines. Will Howard Bloom versus Galen ever happen? It was promised years ago. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever happen, man. Bruff. 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 Would you get a vape directly installed into your lungs so you're always vaping? Sure. Like, just get one put in there. I have like a little nozzle hidden behind my beard where I put the juice in. You know what I mean? I just stick the bottle in there and squeeze a bottle of juice in there to refill it. And then it just, like, every time I inhale, it's like... Have you read Howard Bloom's Lucifer Principle? I have not. What's your first memory of a big city? I don't know. I think the first big city I would have ever gone to would be LA. And Los Angeles just feels like a bigger version of where I grew up. So I guess my impressions of big cities started as, oh, it's just a bigger Fresno. Because that's basically what LA is. I guess that's reductive. I guess Fresno is a smaller LA. Do Do you watch Review Bra? I know who he is, but I don't really watch him. Hey, everybody. Time for a running on empty food review. What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had? The weirdest? There was this kid that was at one of the meetups with his mom, and I think he might like. I'm not trying to be mean because who knows, he might be watching, but it was definitely a weird interaction for me because it played out over two meetups. He's at the meetup with his mom, and they both pulled me aside at one point. Yeah, the shirt thing. Yeah, they were like he like pulled me aside. He looked real nervous to be talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, I was told by Ben that I could have a free shirt, and I never received it." I was like, "Well, let me go ask Ben about it." So I went and found Ben, and I was like, "Hey Ben, there's this kid out there that says that you told him you could have a shirt, but he never got a shirt." And Ben was like sitting at the bar, and he looked at me. He was like, "I don't have any idea what you're talking about." I was like, "Okay." So I went back out, and I was like, buddy, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm sorry to hear that you were told, but you ain't got no shirts, so can't really help you." And his mom was there, and she was like, "Yeah, it was, he just really is a big fan and would like." And I was like, "Okay, well, if I had a shirt, I'd give it to him right now, but I don't have a shirt." So anyway, that happened at the Columbus meetup, and then a few months later, we did the Toledo meetup, and they were there, and I had the same conversation with them. So that's probably the strangest fan interaction I've had. And I've had some pretty strange ones. Yeah. Dinor the reincarnation of Joseph Stalin. He is. Cool. A kid wanted a free shirt. You were the softy of the peasants. Targeted lies and propaganda. You think so? We drove all night to get that free shirt. Yeah. I mean, they didn't go that far with it, but they seemed really disappointed both times that I didn't bring a free shirt for him. And it's like, sorry, dude. Your Ben impression was pretty good. Yeah, I've got impressions of pretty much everybody I work with, or have worked with, or lived with, or friends with for an extended period of time. Impersonating people is my way of complimenting them, I guess. TJ impression. I mean, I'm not gonna rifle through my impressions right now. What was the DFF you had the most fun doing? The most fun. I liked the live State of the Union DFF. It's always fun to listen to Trump and rip on him. I like the lists that we've done. There are people that think that that's just like a total waste of time, like uh, creating these brackets and fighting about who would fight who. But it's fucking incredibly fun to me. I love those types of hypothetical arguments, and I love kind of training your brain power on something that ultimately doesn't matter. That's kind of open to interpretation. So hopefully those people that find that to be a shitty concept will fall off and find something else to watch. I can see the chat, but not the stream. Oh, it's a tremendous waste of time. Cool. Not your show then. Paul, I'm a mouse and I wish to make my nest in your beard. No, I'm not looking to rent out beard space right now. Why does Razor Fist love you so much? I don't know that he does. Did you hear what happened to Sargon? I guess he got his Google account hacked or some shit. Whatever. If you had a chance to redo any video, DFF or DPU, redo. I'm not big on redos when it comes to shows like this. It's like once you've done it, it kind of exists and it's out there. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of matters, but not really. Most are cherished characters that were important for culture. I mean, yeah, it clearly doesn't matter, but it's still interesting. You know what I mean? Do you like Mendham? I feel bad for him. I wouldn't if I were you. Pity is sometimes the most insulting thing that you can have for someone. Whatever. I like that Mendham exists out there. You know what I mean? He's one of the few people in the world I can look at and look like I have a sunny disposition in comparison to him. Who? Yeah. Well, if you don't know who Mendham is, then just ignore the previous conversation. Mike Tyson is the only IRL Street Fighter character. Fact. That's true. M. Bison. M. Bison used to be Balrog in America, but I guess Mike Tyson threatened to sue. So they switched M. Bison and Balrog's name. And now Balrog is the black boxer guy that looks like Mike Tyson, and M. Bison is the end boss. That's pretty cool. What's lighting up on the side of your VAP? Probably, probably like, I don't know, man. What's lighting up on the side of your VAP? Oh, you just asked that. Fuck you. During the atheist versus Christian era of YouTube, has there ever been an argument from a theist that made you reconsider your stance? Like my stance on there not being a god? No. What's lighting up on the side of your VAP? Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't ask me questions about it. Why was there a lot of Black Widow dick riders in the fight contest? I don't know. There were, though. A lot of people, like, for them, the Avengers are their shit, you know? It's their superhero movie. So everybody that's in them is special to them. Seriously, I respect the way you always seem to land on your feet. Yeah, I'm like a cat, man. I'm like a cat. I was in free fall yesterday and I rotated like a cat and landed on my feet. Tour of the house? No, there's no point. I just don't think you guys knew much about Widow going in. I mean, look, dude. I knew about Widow what was shown to me about Widow in the Avengers films that she's appeared in. I did not go and read the supplementary material. I did not spend hours and hours reading every reference ever made to Black Widow in any comic book ever. So, yeah, I'm not real interested in getting that deep.
We have engaged in biological warfare
Okay,
against the rat race.
good. Fuck them.
He put it into some little nooks and crannies in the wall and shit. He says we might have a bad smell if they fucking croak in the walls. But I'm looking forward to it.
Where did he put it, though? Because I hear him all over in the walls. We hear him upstairs in our room.
he's put it fucking all up in the kitchen walls and up in the attic, up in there.
Well,
I mean,
that's
if
good.
they're in this house, they'll fucking find it.
Yeah, because they're definitely in the walls in the kitchen too. They're escaping in and out of the kitchen through a hole in the wall,
Yeah.
through the fucking where the oven hooks
the
up,
next thing
right?
I'm gonna do is get some of Steve's guys out here to fucking fix those holes.
Yeah.
Because I know of at least 2 holes where they're getting.
There's one on for the laundry room that just like basically lets them walk right in.
I think they already plugged that one.
Oh, did they?
I'm pretty sure. I could check on that. Because they already, I know they did plug some holes up in there. But,
Yeah, there's some other ones.
I mean, the one behind the stove, I really don't think can be plugged. Because, I mean, it's all stove ventilation shit. But,
Do you guys live together? No, we're just discussing how we're exterminating rats in just one of our houses.
yeah.
TJ's over here to help me exterminate rats in my house at 10 in the morning. That sounds plausible.
Yeah, yeah. That's how it goes. Why the fuck not, right?
Oh, dude, did you? I read when I started this Highdeology today that the mobile app now shows the chat on replay like Periscope does.
Oh, cool.
And you can turn it on and off.
Now the tism can live forever.
Yeah, but now people that are watching can at least see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the tism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they can also see the repeated instances of the word nigger.
Yep.
So that's great.
Now that you've mentioned that, I'm sure that that's gonna start.
I don't think I need to mention that for that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because pretty much every time I've ever done one, that guy is there.
Yep.
I think he sits by his computer or his phone or whatever it's on. Highdeology, let's start Sumerian.
Yep. It's crazy, right? Why is Razorfist such a dumbass? I don't think he's a dumbass. I just think he's got some stupid ideas.
Yeah, I mean, like, he obviously is a pretty intelligent fucking dude.
I mean, you can't do that Dennis Miller impersonation shit without being overly verbose, and you can't really be overly verbose without having a modicum of intelligence. So
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, to get to his level of just like spewing rhetoric, you have to fucking have an above average IQ.
I just think he's got some stupid ideas.
I mean, not every kind of intelligence translates into
Correctness.
yeah, good ideas about the world or correct ideas about policy. I'm not saying that anyone can lay claim to having that 100%.
Why does Razorfist speak only in metaphor and allegory? Because those things are easier to defend than reality.
And because he desperately wants to be Dennis Miller, too.
Well, that too, yeah.
Because that's, look, I mean, go watch, all you have to do to understand what Razorfist is doing is go watch a single episode of Dennis Miller's old show.
Yeah.
What was it called? Yeah, whatever.
We figured it out together one time too. It's not Tough Crowd. That's
Everybody wants to rule the world.
yeah.
Wasn't it just Dennis Miller live?
Yeah, I think it was.
And he'd come out and he'd do his opening monologue. It was basically a Razorfist video,
Yeah.
but better because he actually originated it.
Somebody said that they heard that Dennis Miller isn't that smart, at least not extemporaneously. Well, I mean that kind of translates over to Razorfist too. He does. He does. Yeah. I mean, he does way better when he can craft his video and craft all the little rhetorical devices in his video and put it.
Good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not bitching
Take
it,
that away from him, you know?
but just not as good live.
Yeah, I mean, like when he did the live debate, there was some of that stuff, but you could tell it was like memorized.
Well, it was the same way.
Preparing for the debate in a traditional way, he just made sure he had a few of his little zingers ready to go.
Right. I mean, even in the informal like argument that we had about guns early on in the show, like his first appearance on the show or whatever the fuck, he just wasn't that great. Like real like gun advocates, like people that are real pro gun, probably could have, you know, pushed me back a little bit. But it's just like every little talking point he had a really really easy rebuttal. I love it when pro gun people bring up Chicago. They're like, you want to see what happens when you ban guns? Look at Chicago. And I'm like, Chicago banned guns? Really? I mean, yeah, maybe they banned the sale of guns in the city limit, but all you got to do is drive just out of town and there's 18 gun shops with no background checks. Like, that's not banning guns. Pretty fucking simple. Guns aren't the problem, bullets are the problem. Or Chris Rock. We got Chris Rock up in here. We need bullet control.
$10,000 a bullet. You think twice about shooting a motherfucker if it was $10,000 a bullet?
Man, I would kill that motherfucker if I could afford it. I'm gonna get a second job. I'm gonna start saving up, and when I can afford a bullet, that motherfucker is dead.
Unfortunately, it's really easy to make bullets. So.
And cheap.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to pay $10,000 for a bullet you could make yourself. So. Unfortunately, that will never happen.
Did you hear about Trump wanting to take all our guns away? I don't know what. I think Trump is just trying to like get some brownie points or something with this gun shit, but he's just standing with one foot on both sides of the issue.
I think he's trying to appear like he's the fucking reasonable center of the issue.
Like they were talking, like he had this meeting with people about gun control, and some of them were talking about like things that were tried in the past, and he's like, well, you know, that didn't have presidential support. And they're like, actually, yeah, President Obama did support it and it didn't happen anyway. So
like,
he's trying to act like him being on the case is going to make something happen.
Look, they didn't have President Trump's support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different president. Different president. He said that a bunch of times. And it's just like.
Different president. Let's be honest. Better president.
Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
I mean, look, if Trump can accomplish literally anything on gun control, he'd be better than anyone I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, I give him a pat on the back. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, but if he was
his party doesn't agree with him.
To do even just one thing towards any sort of gun control, like, you know, I don't even know. We banned camouflaged guns or something.
Yeah.
You know, something ridiculous and pointless. Even that would be better than anything.
Yeah, at least he tried.
That anyone else has done. So.
Trump said, I'd like to take the guns now and wait for due process later. That's just because Trump is dumb. He doesn't even know what that sentence means.
Due process later. Later. It's like,
that's not how due process works.
That literally is nonsense. I mean, it doesn't even fucking make any sense.
Like, the due process is the process by which they would have the gun taken. So if you take the gun, then there is no room for due process because you already have taken the gun.
The only thing he really needs to do, and it's something that's widely supported even among Republicans, just not by hardcore NRA supporters, is just strengthen background checks.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's step one, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, if he could accomplish that, that would at least be step one towards some sensible fucking gun regulation.
Or federally closing, like, the gun show loophole.
Yeah, because, look, even among fucking Republicans, it's narrow, but it's like 50-something% support strengthening gun background check regulations. The only thing that's stopping it is, like, super hardcore gun nuts.
And the NRA lobbying them.
I found out on my Twitter, because I was making all these gun statements, like, you know, I think we need to regulate these guns, blah, 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 and it was just like this huge fucking backlash. I'm like, God, is it really like, is like 90% of my audience just like crazy pro-gun shit?
I think that they...
So I just did a poll. I'm like, okay, what do you guys think about gun regulations? And, like... No regulations had like 9% of the vote. Moderate regulations had another like 40%. Then strong regulations had 40 something percent.
It's probably just pro-gun people trolling
So,
Twitter looking for a popular post about gun control to.
well, I mean, they're just the fucking textbook definition of a vocal minority of people.
Yeah.
They fucking it seems like there's way more of them than there are because they're all super vocal and super passionate about it.
Yeah.
But they don't represent anything close to a fucking majority opinion.
Seems like the NRA have a shitload of money to splash. Well, no shit. I mean, they're a fucking special interest based around guns. Anybody that likes guns is going to be a member and pay dues, and I mean, of course they're going to have tons of money, and they are splashing it around. Like, why do you think nothing has been done about guns up until this point? A lot of it has to do with the NRA lobbying our fucking officials.
One of the things I like about this round of gun hysteria is that like a lot of fucking businesses and shit that had partnerships with the NRA have turned on them.
Yeah.
A ton of businesses that offer like hotels and fucking car rental companies and stuff that offered discounts for NRA members have all canceled it.
Yeah.
A bunch of stores have like Dick's Sporting Goods just said it we're going to stop selling assault weapons and shit. And of course, it's like all the gun nuts are like, boycott, all these companies boycott.
Well, it ain't gonna happen.
But I just think it's cool that people are actually being like, fuck this organization, finally. It's like, why is nothing happening on this? It's these guys. Alright, fuck them. Let's do everything we can to hurt them.
Are you gonna watch the Parkland Kids on Real Time with Bill Maher tonight? I didn't know that was happening, and that sounds like it might be interesting. I always check out the new episode of Bill Maher's shit. I have a subscription to HBO through fucking Amazon somehow, so I check it every once. I like to at least give every show that he does a chance.
Usually, it's only worth watching if his guests are good.
Yeah, but you can never really tell which guests are going to be good, so I always kind of have to watch that initial fucking interview and shit. Sometimes somebody that I am not interested in ends up giving a pretty interesting interview. But I don't know. I like Bill Maher's show. I don't really like Bill Maher all that much, but I like his show. There's really not many shows doing that kind of crossfire thing anymore.
Crossfire.
Where, you know, you get people with differing opinions and just put them on a panel and let them scream at each other.
Yeah, that's why Andy Worski's eating their bread and butter now, dude.
Yep.
This internet blood sports shit is just like recycled 90s news TV.
Yep.
Let's get two crazy fucks in the same room. Crazy fuck number one and crazy fuck number two. Have at it.
Yep. Yeah.
Ratings go through the roof until Jon Stewart comes on your show and berates you.
Yeah.
And then you have to slink away for 10 years and then come back reinvented as like
A dude that doesn't.
Fox News trickster meme or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. A dude that doesn't wear a bow tie.
Yeah, he's like, bow tie? No tie.
Yeah. I know dude, that fucking riff that Jon Stewart did on his bow tie was the reason he stopped doing it too. I guarantee it. There's no way that didn't land with Tucker.
Yeah, we just need to get Jon Stewart to go on Tucker Carlson's new show and do that to him again. So
Yeah.
that can go away as well.
Get him on Blood Sports too.
Yeah, get Jon Stewart on Andy Worski's internet blood sports show. Have him talk to JF and shit.
Do the Tucker Carlson face. I don't really think I can. My beard kind of prevents a little bit of it, but it's just kind of like.
It's just a look of constipated confusion.
Yeah.
It's like you have a turd coming out of your ass, but it feels kind of like, what's going on with this turd? And that's how he looks at any of his guests when they talk. Unless they're a guest he agrees, in which case he fucking puts on his odd reverence face.
Yeah.
Which isn't all that different, honestly.
No, it's very close. I'm super pro Second Amendment, but mental health regs are a must. Well, see, like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm fine with people being pro gun and wanting to keep their ability to get guns and stuff and go out and buy. I'm fine with that, but reasonable people need to realize that there needs to be some rules in place that prevent crazy fucks from getting their hands on guns, or at least place a barrier to that. You know what I mean? I mean, just like a mass shooting a week is not working. It's not working. The sad thing about the Florida tragedy, one of the fathers said that the guns wasn't the issue, but the schools have a lot of problems in security. Well, maybe that is part of the issue. I mean, maybe look, I'm not a gun blamer. People are involved in these shootings too, and there are things outside of the existence of guns that influence these massacres, but you cannot ignore the gun. You just can't. It's a force multiplier, and when crazy fucks with malintent get their hands on them, they can kill lots and lots of people. And so, to me, the obvious answer to that is let's take a look at how people get guns. But that seems to be, just you don't go there. And it's like, well, until we go there, we can just get ourselves ready to continuously experience a mass school shooting every week or two. And that'll be that.
What's your problem with mass school shootings? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why you always fucking complaining? I mean, you act like you don't like them.
Bans don't work. They banned murder, and murder is still murder. Yeah, that's why I'm not advocating for a ban.
So wait, by that logic, should we just get rid of the law against murder?
Yeah, because it doesn't work, right?
Yeah, I mean, people are still murdering, so might as well not even have a law, right?
Yep.
Legal murder everywhere. Hold on, I guess I got a phone call.
Laws don't work. Yeah. Pretty silly argument. Kids don't have to be vaccinated, but we need armed guards searching them for guns. The right wing is fucking insane. Yeah, or like the answer is let's give every teacher a pistol. Let's make part of the standard teacher kit a holster with a 9mm in it. It's like, all right. That sounds like a nightmare, but okay. Is the inherent purpose of laws to be preventative? I mean, I think the inherent purpose of some laws is to be preventative. But, I mean, I think the purpose of laws is to govern how we deal with one another in a society. I mean, that's the ultimate purpose of law. If we legalize gay butt rape, there will be no gay butt rape. There you go. Yep. All the butt rapists will be like, oh man, this isn't even illegal anymore. The argument of no regulation will stop 100% of what it regulates is fucking stupid. At that point, you might as well say it's not perfect though. Well, yeah, I mean that's my point. Is like I'm not a pie in the sky guy. I don't think that like sensible gun regulations, background checks, mandatory gun safety classes, national gun registry, all of those things. Like I don't think those things are going to stop mass shootings in America. I think they might stop some mass shootings in America, which is why I advocate for them. I think, in the case of a lot of these, if the crazy fuck who perpetrated them had a harder time getting a gun or wasn't able to get a gun or was denied a gun due to a background check or a mental health screening, then there might be a bunch of people still alive. I mean, that's exactly the point, right? Is like you're just assuming that all teachers have the temperament to have a gun on them. And it's just like you're just creating problems. Like if they did that, if nationally we rolled out guns for teachers, how long do you think before we get a crazy news story about a teacher that got angry at his class and pulled his gun out at them? Or a teacher that, got into an altercation with a student and pulled his gun out on him? It would be a week, if that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not solving the problem, you're just introducing more guns. What would happen if there was something that could disarm guns from a distance? Then gun advocates would probably argue against it. Hello. Or the student get the gun from the teacher. Yeah, I mean that's another thing too. Like students get into like altercations and shit with teachers all the time. What if a teacher that's kind of meek, has that mandatory gun and that student gets in a tussle with him, the student ends up with a goddamn gun. Whoops. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. The eighth grade classroom has revolted and disarmed their teacher and have the gun and they're making demands. Stop shaking the camera. No. People whose primary concern is taxes now want to arm all teachers. Yeah. Yep. You have a seizure when you shook. You gave me a seizure when you shook the camera. Cool. Eric Harris, and Dylan Klebold for president. That's gonna be kind of tough. Pasta over sushi for life. I wouldn't even eat sushi like recreationally. I'm not a fan. Taxes in Louisiana are retarded. Education and healthcare is almost defunded every goddamn year. I mean, that's a lot of places. Needs to be regulated, but how you deal with the problem is your mental health test, etc., is done by people who themselves have pro or anti-gun opinions and may let you through or no based on their opinion. I think the idea is to have like a standard, right? Try and prevent that, but you're never going to prevent that in regulatory agencies. People's biases are always going to creep into things. I just think it's a better thing that someone's bias keeps a crazy person from getting a gun. Maybe if that crazy person didn't have any malintent, I think that's a better infringement on freedom than not being able to send my kid to school without them eating bullets. But that's just me. That's my personal feelings on the matter, I guess. What do you think about all this Russian missile news and new Cold War shit? I mean, what did we expect? You know what I mean? Like, we have dealt with these foreign countries in antagonistic ways for decades and decades and decades. We've had this, Cold War rivalry with Russia. Russia is desperately trying to claw its way back to relevancy as a world superpower, and it's trying to do that on the back of, its vast nuclear arsenal and its willingness to, issue veiled threats with those things. I don't know, man. Mentally ill people are everywhere. What makes Americans any different? Gun nuts are having to jump down rabbit holes to hold shooters. What? That is not even true. Gun nuts still have their fucking arsenal of bullshit. Like, there's no, like, if you think that there's a veil between people wanting to get guns here and the guns themselves, you're just wrong. Anybody that wants a gun now has several different ways they can go about getting it, whether it's a private transfer in a Walmart parking lot organized over fucking Craigslist, or walking into a gun show with just a state ID and buying a gun there with no background check, no bullshit. I mean, there's any number of ways that a crazy fuck can circumvent current gun ownership laws. and get their hands on a fucking gun pretty legally and pretty easily. I mean, there's straw purchasing that goes on constantly. It's way too easy to get guns in this country. It's crazy. I absolutely agree, but that's a controversial opinion in the pro gun circle. It's funny too because that shitty argument that they used to use about terrorists and surveillance. Like the right wing used to say, "Well, if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got nothing to worry about with this new terrorist surveillance plan. If you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got nothing to worry about." Well, that same argument goes right back to the gun nuts, right? If you're not planning on shooting up a school and you're mentally stable and capable of owning a gun safely, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. You still go get your gun. If you're a fucking crazy fuck, though, you ought to be worried. At least when it comes to the type of gun regulation I'm proposing, right? My mom's Okie enchiladas, dude. My mom makes these kind of like bastardized redneck slash Mexican enchiladas. Flour tortillas stuffed with seasoned ground beef and cheese and, sauteed onions and stuff. She puts them in a pan, pours the enchilada sauce over the top of them, throws a bunch of more cheese and some, olives and shit on top and bakes that shit so where it's all bubbly and casserole-y. Cut a big slice of it. Yeah, dude, that's the best shit right there. Light and healthy, yeah, because that would be my concern for my last meal before the chair. Oh man, it would be a goddamn shame if I had a heart attack. Better eat a watercress salad for my last meal.
You don't deserve a watercress salad, dude.
Oh.
You're not good enough. I thought you wanted to move this couch on that wall.
I did.
Okay.
I mean, we can't. It's up to you, but yeah, they just put it in here.
All right. Dinor.
Been having like pretty bad allergies for the last few days, but I wouldn't say sick. Paul
always gets bad allergies when his stress levels rise.
That's true.
His immune system just goes, fuck it, man.
Stress happens, and then yeah, my immune system takes a shit, and I end up with a sinus infection. Tell the story now. Nah. I'm done with the story for a couple days. We'll do it on DFF or some shit, but I just don't want to. I don't want to relive the particulars right now.
Yeah, considering that I haven't even done living through them yet.
Yep.
Good times.
DFF, best plan to get away with a murder. There you go. That'd be kind of fun.
I could do that.
Yeah, all of us just kind of privately come up with our own, like, get away with murder plan. And then reveal it.
I was thinking more like I was gonna give tips and tricks, dude.
You already have your plan then. TJ's already got his get away with murder plan.
I mean, I really don't have a plan. I just have a list of things not to do.
Oh, yeah, because you watch a lot of that fucking Forensic Files shit.
I've literally watched every episode, like, more than once. Although some of them I didn't really pay attention, because I like have it on the background a lot, so...
Right.
I haven't paid, like, strict attention to everyone. But I know the generals of what not to do in a murder, so...
Yeah. Do you and TJ ever do counter reviews on the same movie for Cinema for Cinex? I guess if there's one that, like, we both have wildly different opinions about, we might. Dinor, could you please?
It doesn't really seem to happen. Like, we've gone to a bunch of movies together, and I don't think we've ever really been like, I disagree. I mean, we've hated movies for different reasons and liked movies for different reasons.
Yeah.
But we've never been like, I loved it, or I hated it.
Yeah, we have pretty similar tastes in movies, I think. But yeah, I mean, it might happen someday. There might be just some movie that's really contentious between us, and we do kind of like dueling reviews. Be interesting, but we can't force that shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess we could.
We could. It just
It
yeah.
just wouldn't be authentic. So.
As soon as you're born, they make you feel small by giving you no time instead of it all. What is that? A little?
That's from John Lennon's Working Class Hero.
Oh, there we go.
A working class hero is something to be. Yeah.
DFF Bill Hicks versus George Carlin. Even if it wasn't a straight up discussion about who's better, a video comparing the two would be interesting. Yeah, they did have very different
I think we
approaches.
actually have that on our list.
Yeah. Paul's a great guy, and I hope he lives a long, happy life full of love and support until he peacefully dies in his sleep with his arm wrapped around the woman he genuinely loves. Damn, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me, bro.
It's not that nice for her. She gets to wake up next to your corpse.
Yeah, but I won't care about it. I'll be dead.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
I won't be here to deal with the embarrassment of that. Is there such a thing as reincarnation? No,
How do you know, Paul?
I don't.
How do you know, Paul?
I don't. I just have a feeling in my gut, TJ. Bill Hicks versus George Carlin versus Sam Kinison versus Bill Burr. I don't know if Bill Burr kind
I
of
don't.
belongs on that list of people, to be honest with you.
I don't know if Bill Burr or Sam Kinison really belong at the Hicks Carlin level.
I mean, yeah, Kinison,
I mean,
he
Sam
was
Kinison
brilliant
and Bill
when he.
Burr are both funny, fucking comedians that I really like both of them, but I just don't put them on that level. Like to me, if you're gonna do like the fucking big league top tier comedians, like I would say like Bill Cosby belongs up there.
Yep,
Richard Pryor
Richard Pryor,
belongs up there.
for sure.
Carlin and Hicks belong up there, even though Hicks never achieved the level of fucking success that he probably should have.
Yeah, Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce, even though I don't personally enjoy him very much, but he was
I
definitely super revolutionary.
Yep. I enjoy like the change that he fostered in stand-up comedy. So Andy Kaufman, yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't really
He wasn't
like
really,
known for his stand-up.
but yeah, in terms of like comedy legend status, just that pioneering of like almost caring more about confusing the audience than making them laugh and like
It was a selfish comedy. He cared more about what he
yeah.
thought was funny and amusing than what anybody else did, and so he was making jokes for himself, and the joke was on the audience more often than not.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, a lot of people don't want to do that for obvious reasons, but a lot of people have definitely incorporated that to some extent into their fucking acts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think you could see the Andy Kaufman influence in Drunken Peasants.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And DFF too, to a certain extent. It's just like our whole thing on DFF is what do we find interesting? What do we find amusing? Let's put that out in front of people. Let's discuss it. I mean, look at the backlash we get for certain types of episodes.
oh yeah, and it's like we totally don't care.
The worst thing I've ever watched, man. And it's just like, well, come back and watch it again.
You probably will.
But yeah, I don't know. Like Carlin or not Carlin, fucking Kennison would probably be on that list. But if you want to see why he's not on that list, like watch his last three big stand-up specials. Kennison was pretty incandescently brilliant at the beginning of his career and immediately just kind of fell off and lost himself to drugs and sex and rock and roll and wasn't funny anymore. I mean, if you look at his last stand up special, it's almost painful to watch. It's just painfully rambling and unfunny. And he really genuinely, I think, towards the end of his career, believed that he could just go out on stage and just because it was him, people would receive it well. And maybe they did in the live audience, but you go back and watch it, and just the quality is unquestionably bad. It's unfunny. It's rambling. It's not cohesive in any way. It doesn't feel rehearsed. It just feels like he went out there to riff with the audience for an hour, and he's drunk off his fucking ass. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, not really good. So that's why he doesn't make that list for me. Like I said, if he'd remained at the quality that he was at the early parts of his career.
Hicks never had a decline. Maybe he didn't have a chance to have a decline in quality because it was really death.
Yeah. But I mean, you could say the same thing about fucking Kinnison, though. Kinnison died in a car accident at the peak of his career and shit. Well, maybe not the peak.
Yeah, but maybe we would talk about Kinnison on that same level if he died a little bit earlier.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if he'd have died before those last couple of specials that he put out. But yeah, he just lost his sight. Louis C.K. is really like one of the, I mean, modern stand-ups. There's not much to compare him to.
Yeah, he's pretty top tier.
I mean, the dude has got the entire fucking like the mechanical process behind stand-up comedy down. So really a great stand-up. Dave Chappelle is another great stand-up.
Dave Chappelle. I mean, like, to me, those two guys definitely some of the best work. I don't know if I guess one's not working anymore because he showed his dick.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't just like. I hope Louis C.K. is not gone forever because he fucking whipped his dick out.
Well, here's the tragedy of that, though, TJ, because he probably isn't, but he's not going to be the same when he comes back. He's not going to have that same fearlessness, and he's going to be way more cognizant of other people's feelings and shit. It's just not going to, you know what I mean? You go through something like that, and you realize that like everything that you do, like
maybe he comes back with just like a total like I no longer give a shit kind of attitude.
I mean, if he does that, if he comes back and takes what happened to him and just weaves it into his show, and you know, I mean, it would be good. But I don't know.
You should just start whipping his.
Here's my
Are
dick.
You traumatized? Look away. You don't like it, bitch. I'm gonna jerk off right on his fucking microphone.
Yep. How's whipping your dick out a crime if you ask permission first? I mean, welcome.
No one even said it was a crime. It's just he was convicted in a court of public opinion.
Yeah. I mean, all these wanglers right now have been not a single one that I'm aware of has faced any.
Even Harvey Weinstein, who they kept talking about, like we're gonna bring charges against him.
Yeah.
Bring charge. Where's the charges?
Yeah.
There's no charges.
There's supposed to be rape charges and shit for Weinstein. I ain't heard nothing about them pursuing. I mean, maybe they're investigating, but as of right now, nobody in Wanglegate has faced any kind of repercussions that aren't just public opinion repercussions.
Yeah, manufactured by the fucking media. Bullshit. It's bullshit.
The new judicial system is done by public ridicule on social media. I mean, that's what it seems like when it comes to this like sexual indiscretion shit. Objectively speaking, why is masturbation more perverted than having sex with someone? I don't think it is. Maybe it's perceived that way by people, but I think that probably has its roots in some juvenile need to delegitimize masturbation. Oh my god. Hey guys, you guys want to make some lentils tonight? Let's make some lentils.
I can feel it calling the lentils tonight.
Oh.
Oh, lentils.
I've been waiting on these lentils for all my life. Oh, lentils. Oh, lentils. And I remember 19 bags of lentils in the pantry.
You should explain that to them.
Lentils. So yeah, Scotty and Taylor used to live here, and they moved out and they got their own pad, and they left, you know, some stuff. And one of the things they left in the pantry was literally like 12 bags of lentils, all different brands of lentils too. Pretty insane amount of lentils.
DFF lentils.
Like maybe Scotty knows something about lentils that we don't. Maybe he's like,
I brought it up to him like, dude, you got like 12 bags of lentils in here. He's like, oh, Dad, that was for a recipe. And like,
What recipe calls for 12 bags of different brand of lentils?
step one, fill a witch's cauldron with lentils. It's like, what?
Make sure that they are all different brands of lentils.
And different kinds.
And different kinds. Lentils.
There's poison out here, right?
Out here?
Alright. We can't let the dogs in the garage for a while.
Yeah. What is that? Is that poison too?
No, that's fucking whatever fell off of Alice's plane.
Oh, okay. I think the poison in the garage is in the attic.
Oh, it is?
I'm pretty sure. But I guess keep the dogs out of there just to be safe.
How much would you charge for a 6-hour Skype chat with a fan?
Depends on how annoying the fan is.
Yeah. That's a hard one to answer because it's like, yeah, I mean, if it's a good conversation, I'd probably do it for cheaper than if it's like a painfully tistic conversation.
It's like the spurgiest, most retarded fan that just drives you up the wall. I don't know, probably like $100 an hour or something.
There you go. $600. That's a hard one to answer. Yeah. Would TJ charge 6 hours of hating on him? I don't know.
You bend my prong back.
Yeah, I can try.
Bend the prong.
Scotty's coming over today.
Yeah, I can tell him to come by. He's got to do some stuff with payroll for Steve's guys and stuff. Didn't say I did.
Ow. Bending this prong is hard.
It's made of metal.
Nah, I think it'll be. Yeah, if you've got some pliers, it'd be helpful.
Is that their food boxes?
Huh?
Is that the boxes?
Yeah, I have all of these stuff and like
I don't know if there's anything in there that would help. Is there some like needle nose?
those work?
Yeah, these will probably help. There we go.
Oh, you the bomb.
Not bad, huh?
Thank you. I'm retarded.
I'm not totally useless.
You fix my retardedness. We work together.
Yeah, yeah. She got me my toolbox and I fixed the prong. It feels pretty good. Maybe Tim Allen was onto something.
You know, I was thinking about it, dude. I was thinking about Joe Rogan was talking one time about how like a lot of comedians have all these jokes about airlines and shit because they travel so much.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe Tim Allen is just like he's a comedian for those fucking guys that like fiddling around with tools and bullshit. They think he's hilarious and no one else gets it, and that's what's going on.
Yeah.
You know.
It's true. He was making comedy for people that were into tools and shit.
I'm not into that, so
I don't really get it.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't get a fucking. I can't even think of a tool that's obscure enough to make it work. But
Yep.
I don't get socket wrench humor.
Nope.
It just ain't for me. And when you're a tool person, you grunt. You grunt a lot. You go, ugh.
Think we can get Tim Allen Part 2 on DFF for all the crybaby faggots out there? I mean, it's tempting to do just for that reason, for sure.
I don't know what's left.
Yeah, I know. Like, what else do we look at?
Like we looked at his We looked at his comedy career. We looked at his sitcoms.
His movies,
We looked at his films.
his stand-up.
I just don't know what meat is left on the Tim Allen bone. Like the only way we can do a Tim Allen too is if we can actually get Tim Allen to come on our show.
Yeah, maybe Tim Allen will come on our show. Just make jokes for 2 hours. Okay, we can do that.
We gotta dig deeper in the Tim Allen well.
DFF Carrot Top. That might be fun. Yeah, we do his top 10 of all time. Sell CDs of Tim Allen grunts. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Such a disappointment.
I know. I'm sorry. I always wanted to, but that lingering sense of love. Yeah. Sorry.
I hate myself, but I love you, Paul. Oh, that's very nice of you to say. Top 10 suicide methods. That would be cool.
Most of them are pretty boring.
Yeah.
Shoot yourself in the head with a gun.
Well, we've got to come up with the top 10, though. Gun, that wouldn't make it, dude. Maybe it would make it if you, like, what people choose, if that was the basis of a top 10. But we're doing, like, top 10 best.
Do they have to be methods that have actually been used?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be fun.
Like, why would we limit ourselves to that? Just because some dumbass that wants to kill himself hasn't thought of it and done it yet doesn't mean, you know.
Yeah, why are suicidal people always so uncreative?
Yeah, it's true. Like, I'm gonna hang myself / shoot myself.
I'm gonna shoot myself. Like, if you're gonna kill yourself, do it in a grandiose, awesome fashion.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, light yourself on fire and run fucking naked through a fucking Denny's or something. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. DFF top 10 best rape scenes.
I like the one from well, it was an attempted rape scene, I guess. But I like the one in the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool. Clockwork Orange has got to make it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That one might even be number 1.
Singing in the rain.
Smack. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain.
Snowflake sugar cookie.
Ooh. No?
Snowflake sugar cookie coffee?
I don't know. It sounds like it might be good.
But it's coffee.
I don't know, dude. I'm not really a big coffee drinker, but if you start talking about sugar, my ears perk up.
Well, I'm giving it back to you.
Doom 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 sugar. Brap, brap. What a glorious feeling. Yeah, I love that. I love that shit.
Best rape scene ever.
I think that was added too for the movie. It's definitely not in the book. The kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day.
Singing in the rain, singing in the rain.
Paul, you should give stand-up comedy another go. You'd have the unique opportunity to start out with a large fan base. I think you're hilarious. Not to suck your dick too hard. No, I'm just not really interested in stand-up. I don't have passion. You know what I mean? I'm interested in watching other people do it, but performing it doesn't. I mean, I've just never really pursued it. In olden days, a glimpse of stalking was looked on as something shocking. Now, God knows, anything goes. There you go. Oh, that's that Anything Goes song. Dylan DePickle, what a shitty response. I guess you're as dumb as I thought you were. Whoa. Are you guys having an argument? Cool.
I love when they start talking to each other.
I know, and I think they're talking to me, but I just find out that like a couple of people are having an argument in the chat. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, kill each other. Get him, hit back.
Internet menstrual blood sport.
Blood sports kind of like pussy sports now, if you think about it, though, dude. The way they block people and shit. Like, you can't have a show called Blood Sports and then block people on Twitter when they make you angry.
Sure you can.
Especially when you called them out. Like, that's the best part. Like, they just did that shit to Thunderfoot.
Yeah, they were like, JF's like, Thunderfoot, come on our show. Show us what you are like in the arena. The intellectual MMA. And then Thunderfoot's like, you're a fucking joke and I don't take you seriously at all. And JF's like,
Blocked.
I block you.
I block you. I block you from my life. Blood Sports.
I am adding you to my lawsuit.
I said this on the last one of these I did, but just think about like another blood sport if it was run like internet blood sports is. Think about like the ancient Roman Colosseum. If two gladiators could face each other and one of them could point at the other one and go, I ban you, and somebody comes and drags them away. How, you know what I mean? Like, how fun would it be to watch the Colosseum? Dude, there's crazy Polish people here. Somebody's raiding Polska. I love Poland. Poland, you know what, dude? Poland gets a bad rap. I don't think you're full of stupid people that would get angry if you put them in a round room and told them to piss in the corner, okay? I don't buy all those Polak jokes. Polska. Fuck yeah, Poland, dude. Poland 110%.
Okay.
Shut up, TJ. Don't say anything about Poland. Unless it's in praise of that fucking wonderful culture. Those wonderful fucking people. Hottest chicks in the world come from Poland.
Dinor. Stay away from that. Hey.
You want the best of everything in the world? You gotta go to Polska, dude. Why are you calling me an idiot now? I said Poland was great. You guys came in here just spamming Poland, and now you're calling me an idiot?
Yeah, he's on your side.
It's like I was totally joining you guys in the Poland memeing.
That's why you don't trust the fucking Polak, dude.
Yeah, you dirty Polacks are just untrustable. You come in here, you start talking Poland shit, I give you what you want, talk about like fucking Poland being the best place in the world, now I'm an idiot. I knew you Polacks were a bunch of fucking dumbass pieces of shit and weren't worth the fucking money you were printed on. Stupid ass fucking Polacks. What a shithole country. You idiot. They all left. Poland left, guys. They stopped by, dropped their Polands, and they left. Thank goodness. I just hope they don't accidentally drop like a TV set in the bath with them tonight, you know? Those Polacks. Never can tell how they're going to go.
Down.
What's the funniest thing you've heard Alex Jones spew out? I mean, the frog's gay shit. How angry he got about the fact that the chemicals were turning the frogs gay is probably my favorite Alex Jonesism.
Chemicals are turning the frickin' frog.
What the fuck was that? Poland just showed up. Yep. Poland just showed up and left. Siemanko. That's some Polish shit. There's actually some truth to the frogs thing. Oh, yeah, but somebody asked me what my favorite Alex Jones moment was and how angry he got about the gay frogs. Yeah, I know that there's actually gay frogs happening, but it was never mind. I've tried to explain it 3 different times. Idiot.
Idiota. Stupid. El stupido.
The Polish mafia is coming for me. Wow, what a bumbling bunch of Keystone mafiosos, dude.
Well, someone named Paul somewhere is in trouble, but
Yeah, if the Polish mafia comes out me, the worst thing that's going to happen to me is I'm going to find 2 dead Polish assassins in my house that accidentally killed themselves with the poison that they meant to fucking put in my food or some shit.
they put it in your food and then they're like, this looks good.
Yeah, they put it in the food and they're like, we should taste it to make sure they cannot trace the poison. And then I find 2 dead fucking fat ass retarded Polacks in my fucking kitchen in the morning. So yeah. Not real worried about the Polish coming. They'll handle themselves as they always do.
The Polish are coming. The Polish are... Oh, wait, never mind. They drowned.
Yeah.
One if by land, two if by sea.
Yeah. The Polish invasion of America would involve the country's army marching into the ocean. You English? No, I'm American. The cheapest way to entertain a Polak is to glue a wooden nickel to the floor. That'll keep him fucking entertained for days.
Yeah, this is one guy, this Polish guy, he comes in to his family, holding a big old piece of dog shit in his hands.
Yeah.
He's like, hey guys, look what I almost stepped in.
That's a good one. I am born a female and feel like I am a female and live as a female and approach the world as one, but have a lot of generally masculine character traits and hobbies. What does that make me? A female. Congratulations, you're a woman. Do you fight for the rights of every man? Yeah, just like Hulk Hogan.
Because you said you were an American.
Yep. I'm a real American. Fight for the rights of every
Is
man.
that what real Americans do?
No, except the ones that we can exploit for giant profits. I am a real American. Export my violence to every man.
Think I'm gonna join the Ku Klux Klan.
Paul, if you had to invent a gender and sexuality for yourself, what would that be? Ball sexual. I'm attracted to roundness.
Sexually attracted to round. I mean, considering how much people love tits and ass, I mean, isn't that already kind of the thing anyway?
Yeah, kinda.
The roundness, as long as it's protruding from another person.
Dude, don't try and fucking delegitimize my gender, TJ.
Sorry.
You piece of shit.
I was-
I just now came out as a roundist, and you're already going, well, that's not all that special. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I was trying to learn more about it. That was all.
I know you're probably tired of answering questions you don't have the answer to, so I was wondering if I should prioritize my stamina or my health in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I'm definitely tired of answering questions I don't have the answer to. There's the answer. You could ask Ashley. Ashley, should you prioritize your health or your stamina in Breath of the Wild? Stamina. There you go.
I go with health because I tend to take a lot of damage.
The whole point is to not take any damage.
There you go.
Yeah, but I know I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage because I'm just bad at it. So
Well, if you're bad, then prioritize your health, but also try to keep it.
how about just strike that balance, dude?
A balanced approach, health and stamina. Every time you upgrade your health, upgrade your stamina next. You probably can't go wrong that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, just switch back and forth. But if you want to be like a true Gosu like Ashley is, you prioritize stamina and you just don't take hits.
Like, I'd say get, like, every time
There you go. That's good.
For every time you upgrade your health, upgrade your stamina twice.
Yeah, so two stamina, 1 health. 2 stamina, 1 health, like that, and you'll be fine. There you go. I answered your question for you, see?
Stamina, stamina, health. Stamina, stamina, health.
Yep.
Stamina, stamina, health. And then you're gonna be good.
Well, I'm not gonna relay that. If they don't know that, they shouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah, like, why don't you just fucking, like, if you find that your lack of stamina is a problem, increase stamina. If you find that you're taking too much damage, increase health.
There you go.
Yeah, you want max stamina.
Maximum stams, dude. Wow, I'm sad. I'm sad I asked you this question. Now, this is a way more in-depth question. Okay,
There you go.
Paul. Have you ever played any of the
Upgrade
Total
your
War
stamina,
games?
Hold on to the food.
Yeah, yeah. Upgrade your stamina and make heart food.
Now we need to talk about this more. Paul.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just stay on this fucking topic.
You're trying to get off this topic, but I think that
I've been trying.
this is the fucking. This is where the gold is, Paul.
Like people have fucking. Well,
Hey, you provided a thorough and vital answer to an important question. You should feel good about yourself.
do I have stamina IRL? No. Only in the fucking bedroom. Just kidding. I don't even have stamina there. Try and beat Legend of Zelda NES with the green tunic. Shit is hard as fuck. Dude, just beating the Legend of Zelda, the original, is pretty fucking tough. Without restricting yourself. It's not an easy game.
What are those crazy fuckers that beat it without the sword?
Oh yeah, there's people, I mean, like, yeah, there's speedrunners and shit that have it clocked. But I mean, like, as a casual dude that hasn't played it in a while and picking it up, you're gonna struggle with that game.
That was like, I remember when I got my fucking Nintendo Wii a few years back, and I was like, oh cool, I can get the original Legend of Zelda for this, and I started playing it, I'm like, man, this motherfucker is hard.
Yeah.
I used to play, how did I ever fucking, like, how did I ever get anywhere on this as a kid? Because as an adult, I'm no good.
Yeah, I beat it as a kid. I don't think I could do that as an adult. I don't think I could. I mean, I probably could if I spent enough time with it, but I don't remember it being, like, as hard as it is. It's true of a lot of those old games, though.
Oh yeah, you're, oh shit. Why was I better as a kid? I guess it's just because you just would sit there and persistently just play over and 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 over.
Yeah, you're used to, like, modern games are pussified with their fucking infinitely reloadable checkpoints and shit. Infinite lives, infinite continues, like all that shit didn't exist back in the day, really. You had to fucking marshal your strength. Spend those lives wisely.
Yeah, and you can play the same fucking level over and over and over again too.
I suck at computer games, but I don't regard it as a valuable skill. I mean, to some people it is. Some people make fucking massive amounts of money just playing video games in front of people. Or, you know, playing them competitively. I think it's because you had a lot more free time to get better. That probably has something to do with it. What are your thoughts? Dinor, could you please shut up? Thank you. Yeah. Shut up. Nobody cares. Shut up.
You got a loud bark for a little dog.
Yeah. Why can't you have like a, well, I guess I'm glad it's not one of those high-pitched yappy barks. That would be a little more annoying than what you do, but only a little. Yeah, just walk around looking all tough and boofing. Whoever that was walking by, they definitely fucking turned the other way when they heard you.
You can tell Salvador takes Dinor less seriously than Yujiro. Because if Yujiro was over there barking, Sal would have been like, boom, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. Well, can you blame him?
Salvador was just like, you don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, look at him. He's a Muppet. Like, why would you take him seriously? Dinor? Stay away from there. I don't want you over there barking. You can go sit over there if you'll shut up. Poland, 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 Poland. Have you ever played games from the Hitman franchise? Yeah, I played Hitman Blood Money, and I liked it a lot. How much would you want to be paid to have your beard waxed off? Oh man, you'd have to pay me a lot to wax my face. That'd be horrible, dude. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. Fuck you.
10 grand.
Yeah, maybe. I'd still have to really consider that though, cause fuck,
So
man.
what dollar amount is it where you get to where it's just like, all right,
100 grand.
So for 100 grand, it's just like, yeah.
I wouldn't even question it. I'd do it myself.
Yeah.
But 10 grand, I mean, that's a good chunk of change. Would be helpful, but I don't know, dude. Ripping your beard out.
How about if I just set like 30 grand on that pillar? I'm like, your beard is waxed off. You get this 30 grand. Decide now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, if you put 10 grand on that pillar, I'd probably do it. People are different when they're
It's
hypothetical.
The money's actually there.
Yeah.
Because you could say, I mean, I wouldn't do that for 10 grand, but then like
You put a fucking stack of 10 grand and 20s in front of me.
He's like, oh shit.
All right.
That'd be a cool fucking if you just had like enough money, like a show. You just fucking get random people on the street, tell them like, yeah, would you do this for 10 grand? And they're like, hell no. It's like, here's 10 grand.
Yep. Oh, here's the cash right here. If you do it right now, I'll just hand this to you and walk away. I bet a bunch of people would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, never mind. Of course, they're a different color.
Yeah, the hypothetical.
I thought this was just hypothetical. I didn't know you were talking real money here.
It might not come out. Could take some skin off too. I mean, that's why I'm like.
What was that fucking show? There used to be that show where like you get in a taxi cab and you'd be like, you just got in a cash cab.
Oh, that's Cash Cab.
Yeah, and then it'd be like.
It's like a game show in the cab.
Yeah, and they do like trivia shit. What happens if you just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Just take me where I'm going.
I mean, it probably happens, and they just do.
The great thing about that was because it was all random. There was just like some totally stupid motherfuckers in there that just didn't know shit.
Yeah.
Didn't make shit for money.
Is it me or are roast potatoes the greatest things on God's green earth? I mean, roast potatoes are pretty goddamn good. I don't know if they're the greatest thing. I was thinking last night about how pizza is the most versatile food ever invented. Because it's good fresh out the oven. It's good at room temperature. It's good cold out of the fridge. You don't need a plate to eat it. You can set it down anywhere and come back to it later and it's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can also be a dessert.
Yeah, it can be a dessert. It can be sweet. It can be savory. You can put pretty much any topping on it that you can conceive of. So it's just... Yeah, if you lose at Cash Cab, you get kicked out. That's true. They stop wherever they're at and make you get out and get another cab.
Get on out now.
Yeah, pizza's the most versatile.
I just refuse to get out. Be like, no, take me where I'm going. Fuck you.
I fucking got a cab, bitch. You probably sign an agreement and shit.
Probably. But I mean, like, if you don't even agree to the show, you're just like, take me where I'm going.
Yeah.
This is actually just a game show cab, sir.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
Looks like a cab on the outside. Take me where I'm going, bitch. They drop you in the ghetto if you lose. That would be cool. Oh, sorry. We're going to the Bronx. Dropping you in the Bronx. What's your opinion on Easter? The same as my opinion on every other fucking Hallmark holiday. I wish it didn't exist. Stupid ass Easter. Dinor?
Yeah.
You tell him, bud. No, just shut up. Let's get him a muzzle. muzzle your little stupid ass.
He has a collar. You gotta keep taking it off of him. You need your collar, nigga. You're annoying.
There was a shooting at a college here in Michigan. Shock, shock. Who's the biggest con artist, Manatee or Alex Jones? Alex Jones. Manatee doesn't make any money artisting people, and Alex Jones makes $1 million a second. What an easy question. All right, about to die. See you later.